she made you look like you were just afraid to answer a question. Oh.
No, they wouldn't let him answer.
I think the yes or no questions are kind of tough in this forum. Like the answer, as I mentioned, is a little bit nuanced.
But it sounded like you were lawyering up, and for whatever reason,
of course he did.
You had, like, to me, you just said yes, we have a liquidity issue, which I'm not sure you've actually said before. But if you're saying, no, we didn't have it on Tuesday, but we may have it on Wednesday.
I said actually we didn't, and we prevented it. We could have had one in the future potentially if we didn't act.
Okay, dude, that's a fair point. But then the way you acted, in which I think this is the biggest
That's not a fair point.
Problem, and I've heard
that's not a fair point, though.
Clearly.
Wait a minute. Why are we being so soft on this dude? You had an issue. You had a big issue boiling up today that was going to be a problem tomorrow. You had a liquidity crisis in the middle of trading.
They're marketing everything about them.
Wait. Did TD Ameritrade do this? Did my TD Ameritrade fucking lock me out of buying and selling? Why is he being so soft on him?
We're democratizing trading. We're for the retail trader, all that. That's the branding of...
Like, clearly you had an issue. Everybody increased the margin you had to use, but none of the big brokers stopped you from buying it. If you had money, you could buy. Why isn't he asking him that?
It clearly worked, and you actually DM'd me. You're like, I'm surprised you don't have Robinhood. I happen already back and forth. I'm a little lost. I still don't feel like I got a straight answer why you didn't do both, except you're saying the standard procedure.
Because the VAR charge, which drives our deposit requirements, was driven by the size of the long position. So if the long position kept growing or
so you freeze it, and you freeze it, and it doesn't go up anymore. You freeze both.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then you get people that can't sell their long position.
Why is Dave not smart enough to ask and say, so at the point that you froze buying, you were already underwater and you needed people to sell, right? Like, you already were in the middle of a liquidity crisis, right? Dave should be smarter than me. Dave has done more business deals than I have. The dude's fucking $100 million deep with lawyers all around him. He can't figure out these fucking questions on the fly. Like, this guy is straight saying right now, so what you're telling me right now, Vlad, is that the long position had gotten so big that you were already in trouble and needed to raise $3 billion. So you had to stop the long. And you could not stop the sell side because you needed some selling to happen. Right?
Is this something, in hindsight, you should have seen coming?
Well, it was tough, right? We were seeing something.
I think it is.
Obviously, with everything going on in Reddit, that's why we increased the margin requirements at 100%.
Listen, Vlad knows that a lot of Robinhood traders follow Portnoy. You know what I mean? Like, all of these people that are coming in from sports betting and shit, this is his customer base. Yo. That's why Dave is fucking softballing this man.
But I think something going viral, this is kind of the first case something going viral on social media has transplanted over to the financial system. This was
but Robinhood is the company and the system that has proactively marketed themselves a very specific way to a very specific clientele, and then turn their back on that clientele. So
I completely agree, but we also have to play by the rules, right?
But you could have played by the rules by freezing both. That's within the rules, no?
Yeah, why doesn't he call out his company having a problem more? Like, it is clear during this conversation that Robinhood had a fucking issue. Nobody called Vlad at 3 in the morning because an issue might be happening in a day or two. Hell no. You know how fucking pissed I would be if you called me at 3 in the morning and was like, man, we maybe have a problem tomorrow or the next day. I'd be like, bitch, tell me when I get in the office at 9 a.m. then. Or 7 a.m. Like, what are you doing? This is my 3 hours that I fucking sleep. I sleep for 3 fucking hours. Let me have them. But no, that phone rang at 3 in the morning because they were like, sir, you're negative $3 billion already, and you need to figure this the fuck out. And if people don't sell tomorrow, you're fucked. Right?
I'm not sure. I mean, that we can look into that, but it wouldn't be standard, and it wouldn't have solved.
There's
the
nothing
problem.
standard about this.
That's true.
So that's it. And then
like, I know I'm not wrong. So why can't Dave put fucking 1 and 2 together and fucking ask the dude straight up, be like, yo, is this the real deal though?
moving on a little bit, and I almost wasn't even going to get into this because I know the answers and I've heard it all, and there's no way.
Sure.
But from an outsider perspective, and somebody who's like, it's always the suits sticking it to the little guy, it's always the hedge funds sticking it to the little guy. The overwhelming feeling I had, and a lot of traders have, is for the first time in a
But make him talk around that. Get more direct. That's the thing. Don't ask such an open-ended, like, well, was it an issue? Get fucking direct and start at probing. That's the point. That's the point of having this guy on, right? You have this dude on, he starts to fucking talk, and you gather information from what he's saying. You fucking take all the gibbery goop and you fucking process it through your 2 fucking ears, right? And through your fucking brain, and you fucking get to the information of the interview, and then you probe deeper. We dive deeper, right? Or no, we don't go deeper. We just do surface bullshit questions to advertise Robinhood and let the guy deflect and make his name look better, act a little pissed.
Anybody with logic would be like, something happened here. Whether Vlad was leaned on, whether calls were placed, because billionaires were about to lose their firm unless this happened. There's no proof of it, but anybody looking at
laughs.
the way Wall Street works,
He fucking laughs.
This doesn't smell
Why'd
good.
you laugh?
I actually think, I'm glad you brought it up, because that's what I was out there predominantly trying to address on Thursday. There's no collusion between Robinhood and any hedge fund or any market maker. We have no relationship with Melvin Capital. I never even heard of them until Monday. Citadel Execution Services, which is different than Citadel, the hedge fund, executes our orders. And I think you saw both Ken Griffin.
Are they? Oh, whoa.
Myself.
Are they owned by the same person though? Is Citadel Executions owned by the same person as the hedge funds?
In the congressional hearing, state unequivocally that this was.
Yeah, and he's in this game and he's never heard of Melvin Capital.
Like, they had nothing to do with this decision. So I actually think, for perpetuating that.
I'm no fucking idiot, dude. I don't believe this.
That misinformation of collusion.
So, okay, but are they not manipulating the market then by only allowing selling and not buying? It should have been frozen then. But what actually happened, and what he's not admitting here, is the fact that they had already an issue and needed to raise $3 billion and were probably already in the hole. You know what I mean? And they needed people to sell. They needed an act to happen. They needed people to get that off their books. I don't care about the fucking tinfoil hat, Melvin Capital, and other billionaires fucking telling them to do it because it helps them with their trade. I can understand that's probably a little bit further down. You know what I mean? A little bit further down the tinfoil hat line. But what I do probably believe is when he got that call at 3 in the morning, they were already in the fucking hole. from the day before. What had happened was they were calculating up the day before's fucking numbers, and in the middle of the night, that shit got done tabulating all that shit, and somebody realized that they were fucking fucked, and they did have a liquidity crisis, and they needed people to sell. Why won't he just fucking say that?
Wednesday before this all went down, the story was
like, if he would just say that, it'd probably be more relatable to me. If they were like, look, we have blown up in size, and you fucking crazy psychos that are trading on our app went fucking apeshit and bought so much GME, we had a fucking problem. And I needed you to sell the GME. But he can't say that, because it's market manipulation. So he's got to come up with this dumbass fucking story that doesn't fucking work. And we're talking in circles over here. And we're over here fucking talking in circles. Thank you for watching the YouTube videos. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, comment down below, help us out with the YouTube algorithms. And we're live 5 days a week on Twitch, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. EST. Come check us out. Thanks for watching.